Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to episode 15 of Let's Build a Mansion. Last episode we built this awesome cherry tree in the middle. I love it. I think it looks absolutely great. And we put a little bit of a cobblestone wall around it. What I've done is I've carved away a little circle. I said that I would really like... It's not necessarily a moat, but I suppose it's a moat around that tree. And I really like the idea of it. But we can't put the water down, or we can't dig out the river until we put the water down. Otherwise, it makes it very hard. I'm sure you've done in the past, trying to place down water in an area that's more than 1 block deep. The water just never goes to solid source blocks, if you know what I mean. So you always want to do it when it's only 1 block deep, and then carve away the interior. If we need to, we might not need to. I would like to. It would make it more authentic. But if we can't really see the dirt, then there's not really, much point. I knew I would do that once. I always do that. Okay, there we go. So we've got solid in the middle there. I really like that. And you know what? You can't see the dirt underneath it. So we can leave that there. We can leave it just like that. But how do we surround it now? At the moment, I think it looks pretty poor with the road just going to grass and then going to water. Well, I've thought of it, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with bricks, because we've got bricks already at the courtyard area, and we're using bricks on the chimney, so it's not like we're making this block stand out. It's still going in with it. And then with the quartz slab on top, I think it would look absolutely beautiful. Let's get a splash potion, and we'll just do a little section here first to make sure we like it. I think we will, but just to make sure, like that. That looks beautiful. And that now breaks up the driveway with the land. And we still end up... I carved this out very carefully to make sure that we still have 1 block of grass going all the way around it. So it doesn't go straight to water. And the same on this side. I've got 1 block of grass surrounding it. So that should look really, really good. Let's go around the outside with this. Now, the other thing that was pointed out... Or not pointed out, but was asked in the comment section... Or suggestion, in fact... was to make the entrance bigger, the gate entrance into this area bigger. And I agree. After looking at it, after you guys pointed it out, I had a look at it, and I think you're right. I don't think it's really wide enough. At the moment, we've got it 7 blocks wide, which is the same width as the driveway all the way around, which is why I done it. But I think you're right in making it larger, so that maybe a car can come in and a car can go out at the same time or something like that. Or just make it a little bit bigger. The advantage of also making the driveway or the entrance to the driveway slightly bigger is that it makes us able to make a bigger gate. We can build a larger gate in order to make the entrance more grand looking. And I think that's very, very important. So we're going to try and build a gate today as well. Okay, but we're nearly gone around this outside. Oops. And there, like that. I'm also going to remove the lime from the inside here, because I don't think it really makes much sense. You wouldn't be able to get a lawnmower in here, would you? I can't see. I think you would probably do it by hand, maybe with a strimmer or something like that. Oops. Ah! And then down this side, like that. And then I'm going to go around and bone meal on the inside here as well. This probably will spread to the outside, no doubt. But that's no problem. We can take that away afterwards. And again, what we do is we bone meal first. And then we go around with some flowers. Then we go around with some ferns and dead bushes in order to fill the rest of it out. Oh no, it shouldn't go over the outside because there's just a stone there. And it can't obviously grow on stone. Oh, perfect. Ooh. There's a block missing there. Up we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Should just splash the ground. Okay, now we go around with some flowers, and we might as well get the dead bushes and ferns ready as well. So, we're going to go around with some yellow flowers first. Yellow flowers are my least favourite, so I tend to do a little bit less of them. I much prefer the red ones. I don't know why. I think I just like the colour red over the colour yellow in Minecraft. Yellow used to be my favourite colour. I don't know why. It just used to be. Okay, but then we go around with some red ones. Again, don't try and clump them together too much. Do a little section, maybe clump, but try and keep them a little bit more separated. It looks a little bit more natural then. Alright, there's some red ones. And then we'll go around with some ferns. Obviously, I like to have more of these, like I mentioned last episode, so I do tend to spam these a little bit more. I just think that they're a really cool shape for Minecraft. They're not your usual basic sort of style shape. They've got a little bit more technicality to them. And then that one, I've run out of splash. Ugh. Ah. Okay, last little row. There we go. And then finally some dead bushes. Again, this is just to bring a little bit of colour that isn't green to the place. And we're just going to fit this basically in any gaps that we have left over. There. There. There, and there. Why not? I think I've got one missing down here, so I'll put a couple in there. And that should be good. How about that? That looks really cool. What a beautiful centerpiece to our front garden here. Okay, let's make this a little bit wider now. So we've currently got it 7 blocks wide. I think if we do, we'll go up 1 block at a time and we'll stop at the point that we think is nice. So this will be 9 blocks. Like that. And then we'll go 1 more, I think. So we'll make it 11 blocks wide. Oops. Like there. And down there. That's a much better, grand looking entrance. Now again, we've got a middle point. That's something that we need to remember. We've got a middle point so we can actually do the gates closed. And I want this gate shape to be higher in the middle and then slowly ramp down to a smaller point. I think I want this driveway actually a lot bigger. I mean, that's a pretty nice sized height for the top bit of the gate. Yeah, I think we've got to go larger. We've got to go larger. So let's add. We'll still stick with adding 1 to each side, because the last thing we want to do is make this too big. Oops. My finger went a little bit weird then. Alright, and then we'll make it 1 more larger on this side and on this side. Now it allows us to place down now it allows us to place down the quartz block here. 3 blocks high, I think, and here. And then the gates will hopefully line up, and I want to line them up with slabs if possible, and then put iron bars in the middle. The only trouble that I can foresee is the slabs aren't going to allow us to have the iron bars connect up to them at all points. But we want 2 maybe, and then 2, and then 3. Oh yeah, look at that for a shape. I think I prefer though 2, 2, 2. It looks very straight though, like that. I really wanted it more curved. Oops. Like that. Oh, that's better. That's better. I like that shape. Let's do that one. Okay, so we done that one, and then I gotta look on the other side to see how I done it. That one. Is that right? Oh no, we've got slab on the top. Like that. And then like that. Okay, perfect. Then iron bars go in the middle. Now they're not gonna, unfortunately, they're not gonna join up to all of the slabs, but limits to Minecraft. There's only so much that we can do, isn't there? So that come up here. Up there. See, it misses just a little bit out. Not that it should bother us that much. We might end up putting slabs in there to stop that from happening. I don't know. We'll have a look towards the end. That one. Careful now. That one. Got to get it in line. I noticed that on PC now, if you put a iron bar down, instead of doing this weird cross that they do, they're just like the middle point. They're just like a very thin bar, which makes more sense. I always thought that it was a little bit weird that it didn't, but it's pretty cool that they do now. So let's try filling this in first. That makes all the iron bars join up, and then we can make the top. So then that sort of drops down. What side do I prefer? The left or the right? I prefer the right at the moment, but let's keep working on the left. That goes to a full block. And then that. No, I definitely prefer the left, even though the iron bars don't quite join up. I definitely prefer it. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Yeah, I just like it like that. Okay, that one, oops, and that one. Is that right? That's now symmetrical. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good looking gate. We can stick an iron bar, or an iron button, stone button. So on the middle there is some sort of button or padlock, something like that. And now I want a pillar. So let's go with a different quartz block, maybe the pillared quartz block, because it makes sense. Up there and up there. I would really like that to maybe be slightly higher than the gate, and then put a slab on top. Do the same on the other side, and then whatever fence design that we do can then go in the middle, and it just bulges out either side of the gate there to make it stand out. That looks really cool though with the white. I'm wondering if maybe brick would be better for these pillars though. Brick there and brick there. It just makes the gate stand out a little bit more against these pillars then. Gives it a little bit more contrast. Yes, yeah, I definitely prefer that with the quartz on top. It then matches up that wall as well that we've got around the cherry tree in the middle there. Okay, I like it. For the front of the for the front hedge or front fence, do we go with hedge or do we go with that fence design? I don't know. I think I prefer that fence design. I know we've got that fence design down this side and along the back, and then hedge down that side, but I still think that that's going to make more sense. So we can carry this fence down and then bring it this way. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'll be back, and we'll see what it looks like, okay? I'm just going to replicate that fence all the way around and sort of wrap it together, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, just a couple of little finishing touches here going around with the bushes. Do I want a bush in there? No, I don't think I do. I don't like a bush there. Just going around with the final bushes, and then just got to do the stairs and bushes on the outside of the front here. There we go. How cool does that look? And then the gate comes out. The fences come out to the gate a little bit because obviously we didn't plan out how many 15 blocks long we would need to do to get it in line. And I'm really happy with the way it sort of curves out. I love that look. So let's just go around here with stair. It just makes the fence look a little bit bigger, a little bit more important. But by putting these stairs around, they don't look like it's just sort of barely standing up somehow. Not many fences are able to just stand up like this, especially as big. They need to have some sort of support. Okay, that's good. And then bush. I'm not going to go with the brown on the outside here. We can always do bushes along the front here if we wanted to. Bush. Not bushes next to the gate. But a bush there. And a bush there. A bush here. And one last bush. Like that. And I've also extended the hedge down on that side as well. That now looks magnificent. Obviously, the lawn still needs to be striped. But the size now of the plot itself is really, really considerable. In fact, it's nearly square, it looks. Yeah, it's nearly square. That's pretty funny. But look at that. That is a property, isn't it? That is quite the piece of land. Wow, I like it. Look how the fence sort of arches out to go around the gate there. I love it. Wow, really, really cool. That might even be the thumbnail. I don't know. Okay, I like that. To finish off the episode, I think we should build a limousine. A limousine maybe parked underneath here at the front door. Still a lot to do with the front door. Like, for one, I need to tidy up this so the vines aren't growing over the window. But I want to put a lot of vines on the front of this house and a lot of bushes on the front. You know, the actual main part of the house isn't done. But seeing as though I sort of include that as the front garden, the aesthetics of the front garden, we won't worry about it too much. So I don't like block of coal for the wheels too much. I prefer having black wool. And I think it makes sense for a limo to be white, doesn't it? We could do a mix of quartz and wool. Obviously, we need the wool to do the roof. And then I don't want to have stained glass for it. Maybe black stained glass for maybe some of the back windows, as if it was tinted out. That could be pretty cool. Alright, we want it under here. So, limousine. Limousine. We obviously want it longer. A normal car, I usually leave 3 blocks in the middle, 2 blocks for a smaller car. Now, as this is a limousine, we could go 1 wider than that. But I think maybe 1 wider than that even. I think that looks pretty cool. Alright, and obviously we always do our cars 3 blocks wide. It just makes the most sense in Minecraft for scale wise. For the wheel arches, there's a few tricks. I went through a few tricks when we were doing the what are they called? Lawnmower the other day. But there's another trick for a wheel hub that you can do, and that's by putting a spider web inside. And at first you might think, oh, that looks a little bit weird. But then when you look at it closely, especially when the car's finished, it looks like a wheel hub, you know, with the spokes going through it. Really cool. Works very well with motorcycles, especially with motorcycles. So we're going to give it a go. If we don't like it, we can always change it. There's nothing is for always on any of our worlds. We can always change things if we want to. Okay, so a nice clean white limousine along here. And then we want, well, I would really like it to be a little bit more streamlined, because otherwise the limousine is going to be right up here, which is pretty big. If we go with these slabs instead, it's going to make the car look better, more limousine-like. The only trouble is we can't get the windows in. At least not easily. Maybe we don't bother with glass windows. Why don't we just leave a gap where windows would instead be? Like that. I think that is probably a better plan. So, oops. We want to go along like that. I think that is going to look much better. I think I want to try and bring the window back a little bit, though. We might not need these carpets. I prefer not to do carpets if I can, because mixing carpet with slabs doesn't always quite go to plan. And then, oops, we could do like that. That's pretty good, right? Nice big window for the driver, then a couple of smaller windows for the back passengers. I like that. Now, the last final thing that we could do, well, we could, in fact, put black stained glass in the middle here, which gives us our windscreens and sort of sets it back. You can sort of see a hint of the glass on there. I really like that. The only trouble is I think that the front is a little bit too close. So let's just move this back to there instead. That looks better. That's pretty limousine-like. Now, number plates on the front and on the back. Now, the only trouble is... Oh, that's not a number plate. The only trouble is with doing our lights is that they sort of end up sticking above the car. Like, if we'd done the front ones here, they're above it. So, what do they look like if we'd done them below? That doesn't look very good either. I don't think that we can actually get lights on here. I would love to, but how would we do it? That looks weird, doesn't it, for a limousine? I sort of almost like it for the back, but just not for the front. You know, that might be all we can do for a limousine. It's the best limousine that I've ever built in Minecraft. I always struggle with them a little bit because I'm never quite happy with them. They always look too tall. That's the main problem. They always end up looking way too tall for a limousine. But maybe if we just change the colour of the bumper, it might look better as well. I definitely like it. I definitely like this for a limousine. Pick the sign up. That one. That one. That one. That one. Okay, I can't wait to do some sports cars as well. Have we got time today? Probably not. That looks pretty cool. They're nicely hidden behind there, and then when you walk around, you can see the limousine. I definitely like the grey as the bottom part of the bumper. Makes it look more car-like, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'm very, very impressed. I was thinking about putting a spoiler on it, but I don't know if that's going to ruin the look. Yeah, that ruins the look. It would look good on another car, but just not on a limousine. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.